final destination.
All skulls on.
No odd job. Slappers only.
Here, how about I'll do an intro for the episode.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Great.
Sure.
Okay.
Rip it and grip it, motherfuckers.
It's time for Slappers Only.
Grab your energy swords.
I definitely said rip it and grip in the wrong order.
That's okay. It's the transitive property. As long as you do both, it's fine.
What do you got in there?
I got a Mill Street Organic, which is like the only beer I ever drink.
They're calling it the mat of beers.
It is 4:30 for you, so we will allow it on this podcast. I guess it doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, I am technically working again.
In these uncertain times, you can have a beeb any time of day.
Yeah.
I mean, the last HKIP episode I was on, I had a beer at 11:30 a.m., so I've done worse.
When I worked at the Shaken Shack, we had people who would literally wait at the gates of the restaurant for us to open at 11:30, order the biggest beer we had, and then just drink it and leave. So,
Wow.
I mean, kings.
Hashtag goals.
I don't consider the people who go to that mall kings, but you can too. Hey, reminder, what game are we doing this week, gamers? Oh, Matt, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Matt. I do podcasts sometimes, but honestly, more recently, all I do is manage people's feeds, because it's work that I find interesting, and being on podcasts is mortifying sometimes.
You're the person who puts out all of our fires.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm literally the designated fire putter outer of podcast feeds.
You're like a Mr. Game. Your life is a Mr. Game & Watch minigame.
Basically, I have all these powers. I have Bucket.
You have Bucket. You're Mr. Game and Cube, and the cube is full of data.
Hi.
I am
There
Mr.
you
Game
go.
and Cube, and the game we're doing is Halo. Two.
Two? The sequel, the hit video game Halo Combat Evolved for the Xbox?
They evolved it even further by introducing dual wielding.
Halo Combat Evolveder.
The 2 in Halo 2 is in reference to the maximum number of guns you can use at the same time, which is why in Halo 3, Master Chief can wield a gun with his dick.
Which is why Halo Infinite, I don't know how they're gonna pull that one off.
Yeah, they're gonna really fuck it up.
It's gonna look like Gigantamax Blastoise, just nothing but cannons.
Just nothing but guns.
This is Master Chief crawling like a foot a second, just like, ugh, Cortana, help.
It's like one of the like classic Bible angels, but instead of eyeballs, it's guns.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Truly the American dream.
The American dream, gun angel. So Halo 2, thoughts?
Fun fact related to Halo 2.
Mm-hmm.
There was a brief period of time in my internet history where I was like not Matt GCN, because that's like my Twitter handle, and it's been like my most persistent web handle.
Mm-hmm.
But for a good chunk of time between roughly like 2003 and like maybe like 2006, I was Guilty Sparks everywhere.
Damn, that's
Okay.
so epic. I fucking hate that little orb. I'm sorry, everybody. I hate that little shit.
Oh, he's a bastard. But it's
sucks.
Guilty Spark and then two letter Z's at the end.
Ooh.
That's me translating from Canadian for you. Normally I would say two
Right,
letter Z's,
Zed.
but
Two
you know.
Zeds.
I would not have known if you said Zed otherwise.
I know. I understand this.
If you said it, I would have started, like, I would have kicked you off the podcast just from sheer confusion, like it was just a fight or flight.
In fact, my Gmail address, which I got in like 2006, is a combination of my two screen names, which is why it's Matt Sparks.
Okay.
Ooh, and that's a good business email. You can use that.
Yeah,
for anything.
it's not like obviously okay. This is just like something a 13-year-old.
Yeah, but I
kid
really
made.
do hate reading it out in a professional capacity to someone who's like filling out a government form for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, they're like, what's your email address? I'm like, Matt Spark. And then you're going to hit that Z button 2 times.
Twice.
And then you're going to go at gmail.com.
The email that I use for everything is based on a character I played in a musical that I was in when I was in high school, and boy, I wish I could change it, but it's basically for everything. I won't share it, so you can't spam my email.
Yeah,
with funny
we're
memes
not
and
gonna we're not
pictures.
gonna dox you just yet.
Though you can email Matt if you want to, because now
You can email me. I did just give you my email address.
Don't email my Matt.
Do not email my Matt.
Stop now. I'm unemployed right now, and I'm waiting for classes to start, online or offline. Who can possibly say? So I had nothing but time, so I sat down and I mainlined this game in 2 days. Just kind of sat down, played it in 2 sessions, all of Halo 2. It's not that long.
I've played it in single sessions many times before.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. We are all.
listen to... I'm not a Halo head like you guys
Well, yeah,
are.
no, these have been repeat sessions. My first time definitely wasn't that quick.
No. It's fun. It's not my ideal kind of shooter anymore, but I played this game when I was a youngin', and boy oh boy, did I love this game.
My dad got us the first Halo for Christmas in 2001, so I was 10 years old when I first played Halo.
Wow.
And it really kind of just stuck to me as like it was my first like proper shooter because like my mom would never let us get gun games for any of our consoles.
Right, yeah.
And this was my dad. This is my dad's using his extremely divorced energy to say, I got you kids an Xbox for Christmas.
Oh, hell
and you
yeah.
can have
Oh,
gun
yeah.
games now.
Oh, gun games rule.
You're allowed to now.
This is the second M-rated game I ever played, the first being Halo Combat Evolved, and I definitely did go up to my mom and say, hey, the blood is blue and red and orange and not red, it's blue and orange and funny colors, and you save the world like a superhero man, so can I play this game? And my mom said, I guess, and then I basically used that as an excuse to play all other M-rated games.
Right. You got your foot in the door.
Yeah, I basically...
You got your foot in the door.
My brothers were not happy when they found out that I was playing Gears of War.
Yeah, you really that's extreme
That's
younger sibling
youngest
power.
sibling energy, yeah.
Yeah. No, I've definitely pulled tricks like this before. These japes.
What about you, Max? Halo 2 experiences.
I played them all like back in the day. Like my very first encounter with Halo was at my cousin's house, and it was the I don't remember the map names very well. It was like the snowy ice map multiplayer level.
Okay.
It's like the sort of U-shaped one. I just remember playing that a lot, and like I played the first 3 like at my cousin's places. I fell off Halo for quite a while, but like recently I got back into it because last summer one of my best friends and we went to Halo Con. Which is, I guess, what Halo... I'm looking at my poster. Halo Outpost Discovery is just Halo Con. But we went there last year in Philadelphia, and I have a real energy sword, and I have a poster signed by Master Chief and Cortana, and I have a golden Master Chief Funko Pop. So it's Halo to me.
God, I want a fucking energy sword so bad.
I got into a big argument with my parents when I was young because I really wanted to buy an energy sword, and they wouldn't let me buy a sword.
I mean, again, it's the same sort of argument saying, well, the blood is blue and orange. It's like,
Yeah,
it's not a
sword.
real sword.
It's not a real sword. Can you curse an energy sword? A real energy
Probably.
sword? Music. This game has great music.
This game soundtrack whips.
This game soundtrack whips. All Halos 1 through Reach have good music.
Yes.
And then something happened, and they,
Impossible to say what happened.
The thing that happened, like there's the problem that Martin O'Donnell had with like the lead of Bungie, but just explicitly when 343 split off from Bungie, Martin O'Donnell went with Bungie.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's why he didn't do like the Halo 4 soundtrack,
Yeah.
for example.
They didn't
But
get him in the
I actually
divorce.
really like the Halo 4 soundtrack because it's one of the guys from Massive Attack, and so that's entirely my shit in an entirely different way. Mm-hmm. But like,
Yeah.
it's not the same, obviously.
Yeah, it's such a unique
I wouldn't call it
sound.
iconic.
Yeah, it's good, but not Halo.
Yeah, I feel like Martin O'Donnell and what's his name? Salvatore.
Michael Salvatore.
Michael Salvatore. I just feel like they're across the series that they worked on are so consistent and so like they have such a specific like memorable tone, and I genuinely 100% think that Halo would not have been the cultural juggernaut it is/was. Let's say was for convenience sake, if it weren't for the iconic soundtrack that everyone remembers, even people who didn't really play it know the da-na-na-na.
Yeah. Oh, it's as ubiquitous as like the Mortal Kombat theme, and like it's stuff that even non-gamers know.
The Halo 2 soundtrack sold over 100,000 copies.
That's
Like,
good.
it
That's good
charted on-
numbers.
It charted on Billboard.
Pretty good.
I had one Halo song. It was not from Halo 2. It was from Halo 3, and I had it on my phone. And I would listen to it when we had to run laps in gym because it helped pump me up to do exercise, which I never did outside of gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was one final effort, which I think we don't need to talk about this now, but it's my personal dog shit take that's the best version of the Halo theme, the da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. I think that's the best version. But you can all disagree with me if you want.
My favorite is one that's on, like, I don't remember what the name of the suite is, but it's like the long suite near the end of the Halo 1 soundtrack. There's this one, like, version of the Halo theme, and it's only really played on, like, the last level of the game as you're, like, sprinting towards the longsword.
Yeah.
And it's really like, it's like the precursor to Steve Vai showing up on Halo 2, in that it has a bunch of squealy guitars on it, but they're all like distorted and kind of out of tune.
Ooh.
And it's like, it's super, it's kind of spooky, honestly.
Well, the end of Halo 1
like
is pretty spooky. You're like driving through you're like having a cool driving mission, but it's full of the flood, so it's cool, but it's epic.
on these highways that are on the outside of a ship.
Yeah.
We love the outer ship highways. Shall we get into some slappers?
Well, real quick, Jordan, before you told us
course.
to disagree with you when you said that the Halo 3 theme is the best main theme in Halo, but I'm gonna go ahead and say same slap on that.
Same slap. I mean, we're not doing the slapper, but I just love the piano intro to that
Like
song.
the
So
dun.
it
hits me every time. It's so good.
It's so powerful, and it's like it's supposed to be the end of the whole thing. So it's like the
Remember when
climax.
Halo ended at 3?
Remember when
Halo did very much end at 3.
Unlike Valve, Bungie sure did know how to count to 3, but then they did the problem where they overcounted instead of undercounted.
It's like, did you guys get like 1,011 or 1,014? It's like, I got 7.
I got 7. All right, guest right. You have a guest right.
Yes. Matt, you are right.
You've shared our bread and salt, so we legally cannot kill you. But you can have your first slap.
Earth City.
Earth City, pretty good.
Earth City.
I almost brought this one.
I think if like anything is like the most iconic things to me on the Halo 2 soundtrack are the ones where when I am listening to them, I can remember exactly what part of the level it is. And Earth City is probably the strongest one of those for me, because it's right when you pull out of the tunnel and you see all the whole city kind of open up around you. It's very much like the first part of the second level of the first Halo. Like the second you enter the open world part of the area.
Right, yeah.
That is a cool
Except
level.
it's a completely different scene because it's more narrow. You're between buildings. You see, like, you could see, like, a wraith off in the distance. You see things flying above. There's gunshots heading in, like, every direction. I really respect Bungie's decision to just, like, absolutely over-model the city.
Oh my gosh,
because, like,
it's amazing.
They have models and, like, texture and collision mapping like way outside of where you're intended to go on that level. So like if you actually manage to like break bounds, which is like not that hard to do considering that you can get banshees on this level, you could see like really they did put a lot of work into just like making this look kind of like a city. I mean, they did do the classic Africa trope of everything is vaguely yellow tinted.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least they made it a city.
I agree. I was playing because I have a trial of Game Pass that I got with the video card that I bought.
Yeah.
So I was playing the Master Chief Edition, which if you play with the good graphics on, you're not my friend anymore, and you're a criminal. Especially because, to my horror, I discovered that they changed the soundtrack and added new tracks and then remixed some of them, and that just made me really mad.
Why the hell would they do that?
Because they hate me, and they hate the gamers, the hashtag gamers in the crowd who remember the classic video games. But man, when you like go out of the tunnel and you see the big bridge, and I was like, damn, for a game that came out 1,000 years ago, this game looks gorgeous. Like still looks
right, and then
good.
I didn't even mention that's when the fucking scarab shows up. But though when you reach the end of like this city area, which is like an L-shaped block,
right,
you enter the building, and when you're like on the upper floor of the building is when the scarab shows up, and then it literally climbs over the building.
So fucking cool.
Oh, the scarabs are so cool.
This game has like I don't know if this is my favorite Halo game, but I think this game has the best level design in terms of like memorable moments. Like the whole Arbiter level is so
oh my God.
like
it's so good.
Would you believe me if I told you that people were super mad about that when it
I
happened?
know, it fucks me up. Like, that level is this perfect, like, story arc of, like, you go through the base, you fight Covenant and Flood, you drop the whole base so you're in free fall and it changes the gravity,
sick.
and then you get to fight your way back out. You fight your way backwards through the level, and it's so perfect, and it's just this awesome self-contained story, and I love that, and I love the memorable moments in this game. I love the...
That's the classic Bungie level design, is going backwards through the same level. I mean, that's a lot of video games, but Halo fucking loves to do it.
Right, and like playing Halo 2, like directly after playing 1, it's like night and day with how much more of a budget they got, like how much better they got at level designing. Because, like,
it's so fucking funny. Have you ever watched, like, any, like, behind the scenes on Halo 1 and 2?
I remember
I've
I had
seen
the,
some of
like,
it.
documentary on DVD at some point, but I don't remember.
So the
any of
long
it.
and short of it is that Halo 1 was, like, incredibly rushed to launch.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a lot of things that they wanted to do, and that's the reason why, like, the latter half of that game is most of the first half of the game backwards.
Yeah.
Like, several levels in a row are just, like, the previous levels backwards.
Yeah.
So they got Halo 2, and they're like, okay, we have a little more time to do this. We can flesh it out a little bit. And then they just threw every single idea at the wall at once, and then they're like, okay, we need to get this game out November 2004, and it's like September 2004, and they're like, oh, we're not done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Didn't they have
Because
to delay it?
they literally learned nothing from their trials
Right,
making
yeah.
Halo 1. And that's why the level ends, that's why the game ends on like such a cliffhanger. Like they were intending to go back to Earth at the end of the game. And like, you know, like the first part of Halo 3 is basically Halo 2 moved over. But
Right.
like, they changed some of the narrative beats clearly. But like the game clearly wasn't meant to end on an Arbiter level. Because I know that's a decision that got a lot of people mad.
Right, it's like such an abrupt end, but not an abrupt end to the point where it feels like you led up to it. It's just like, oh, it's over now. Bye.
Oh, it's over. Yeah, I was like, kind of couldn't believe how abruptly. I mean, the final boss fight is like barely a boss fight. Even.
Yeah.
It's like it's very much like cliffhangers are like a perfectly good like narrative tool to use when you have like finished one part of a story and you're moving on to the next part of the story. When you're cliffhangering by cutting off the ending, it's an entirely different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that people get kind of lost on. That said, they play the last Spartan during that last scene where he says he's going to finish the fight, and it fucking whips.
It's
because
so
it's the
good.
same song that they played when he drops the
Drop
bomb
the
on the
bomb.
ship.
Speaking of, do you have anything else to say about Earth City?
No, I think I got Earth City.
All right,
down.
then that's a perfect transition to my first slapper, The Last Spartan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Any same slaps here? Any same slaps? No?
Not for me. Not for me.
It was on my list before I narrowed it down from 7.
I love this song. I love when you said like you remember like this song tells you exactly where in the game. I can close my eyes, listen to the song, and see the whole cutscene where Master Chief drops the bomb out of the thing. He flies through space. That's when it's playing the da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, and then it gets inside the ship, and then the fucking Halo theme, the like acapella choral electronic whatever Halo theme plays.
You can't forget the strings that are like do 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 do
it's so
do
good.
do 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 do.
It just has this like perfect arc, and I love the like when the snare and the timpani comes in. It has this great crescendo of. Also, I want to say something I noticed about the soundtrack. That O'Donnell and Salvatore are really good at, which is a lot of the major music in this game is composed like with an emphasis on like the bass clef and the lower tones.
Oh my god. They I noted this like outside of my slappers takes just because it was coming up so often. There are so many tracks with just like, and not only just like the composing and the bass clef, but just like specifically how strong the bass lines on
It's
everything
so good.
is.
It's either like cello voicings as the melody, or sometimes they have the upright bass bowed, like to play the bass is being bowed to create this just incredibly powerful like plodding melody at the bottom, and then the rest of the notes come over the top. There's a couple songs, maybe one's on my list where it does that. But it's so good, and I think that a lot of times they put the melody in, in the treble clef. I mean, it does that in the Halo theme, the melody is played on like the violins and stuff, but it's just, I think that it's underutilized in music, and I think this is such a good soundtrack where it just lets that bass clef and the lower instruments just really stand out and create this super powerful sound.
Yeah, for sure.
It's good.
Yeah, I love this song. I think when I think of Halo 2, I mainly think of this song, because I think it's just the perfect Halo 2 song. Mm-hmm. Any other thoughts on Last Spartan?
No, I definitely agree that since it's used mostly in cutscenes, I think that's why it'll carry us like so much narrative power, because like there's nothing to distract you from it.
Yeah, it's so good. It's just
like
so
Earth City on the other hand is just really loud.
Yeah,
You're not missing that one.
What's your first slapper, Max?
My first slapper, it's funny that you say, like that's like one of your most ubiquitous Halo 2 songs, because I think for me, my most ubiquitous Halo 2 song is Heretic, Hero.
Same slap!
Okay!
Oh, that song is so fucking good. Tell us about Heretic Hero.
Like, this is what I think of when I think of Halo, like the...
Yes.
It's like it's like a remix of like songs from the first Halo game.
Yeah.
But better.
Also. But like, it's just like the very beginning when you hear like the Final Fantasy VII Midgar ass, like the clanging metal in the background.
The industrial fucking drums are so cool.
Like the beat is like going like in and out, like left and right in your headphones when you listen to it with headphones on. It's like,
oh my god, so much of this soundtrack is like, it really just feels like Martin O'Donnell and Michael Salvatore literally just discovered what stereo panning is.
Yeah.
And it's like the stereo mixes of Beatles songs where they're like, we know how to do this now, so we're just gonna do it even when it works so much better in a game setting than it works in a headphone setting for me personally, but it's like it doesn't like annoy me or anything. It's just why is it doing that?
I think part of it is also because like if you're playing it in the game with headphones on, you're also getting other things coming in like in different parts of the ear. Like you're gonna have like some level of 3D sound, so it's not as noticeable when it's just the music doing that.
The song also, I think, first of all, this is another song where it just has this huge bass sound that is so good at the very beginning.
This song and Impend are like right next to each other on the soundtrack, and both are just so driven by their bass sounds.
It's just so warm. Like the chord tones are so warm in this song. They really are they just are very memorable. I like how kind of pleasant it sounds, even though it's playing. And I think this is both, or like 2 out of the 3 tank sections in the game, because it's one of them it plays over a Scorpion section.
Yeah, it plays in the Scorpion section when you get on Delta Halo.
And then the other one is when you, that tank, which I fucking ignored when I played.
Oh my god, when, like, Johnson's in the scarab at the end?
Yeah. That is the other time that it plays, is during the Wraith section of the Great Journey.
So good. But I was saying that when the Scorpion shows up on Delta Halo, I just walked right past it and grabbed a ghost, which the game will comment on, by the way. I love this song.
They're like, yeah, also, okay.
The cool part when this, it has the awesome industrial drums, but then a full drum kit comes in and starts playing this, like, double time.
It hits it in double time, it's so good!
And it just completely gives a new energy to the song. Such a good piece of music. I was worried that no one else besides me was gonna even appreciate Heretic.
No.
Or Heretic.
I do.
It was on my short list. I cut it just because I figured one of you would pick it.
That's the thing. We're getting into the strategic aspect of it. The last thing I want to say is like the Halo Wiki has this very funny trivia on it. It's like extremely like there are themes in the songs. Like the title may refer to John 1:17. To the humans, he was a hero of the humans, but a heretic and demon in the eyes of the Covenant.
Wow.
And it may also refer to Thel Vadam, who was a hero to his people despite being branded as a heretic. It's like, wow, huh?
Wait, I just realized something.
Yeah?
I actually had not removed it from my list. It is on my 4.
Okay.
I was looking at the wrong part of the document. So it is a triple slapper, folks.
Triple slap, yeah. What's your next one, Matt?
My next one is Follow, First Move into the Odyssey.
Follow.
Okay, no, you're saying follow. They're saying fao.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They don't know how to pronounce the L's.
They do not pronounce the L. Incubus is incapable of taking an L on this song.
So this is the song that plays in the Banshee fight, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot about this song.
I
Kinda.
cannot possibly forget about this song. Another thing with the Halo 2 soundtrack in particular is that they are among the first things that were in my personal MP3 collection, like way back in like 2004. And I had one of those like triangular prism-shaped Sony MP3 players that holds 128 megabytes of music.
A king's ransom of data.
Yeah.
You better believe
Treasure
Follow was
trove.
on that shit.
Oh my god. Even though it's like so long. Wow.
One thing I really respect about this song is that they understand what fucking game they're in. And I'll comment briefly on Blow Me Away, which we can get into a little more later. That song has like the intro that knows what game it's in, and then completely forgets what game it's in.
Yeah.
Whereas every single part of this song, like everything is done with choral vocals. They have like staccato strings on some of the bridges, like carrying them between like sections of the chorus. And like, if like in game, obviously it doesn't play any of their vocals, or at least it doesn't play the chorus vocals. I don't actually remember if it plays the Oz.
It
But
might.
I think it might only be the choral vocals. Definitely not the main ones.
Yeah. But, like, the choral vocals, like, fit right into, like, the melodic universe that Halo slots itself into. Like, they seem like they could have been written by, like, Martin O'Donnell.
There's a couple songs on the track that I had the inverse where I looked at the track and I said, oh, is this composed by, is this an Incubus track? And then I looked it up and no, it's just a O'Donnell and Salvatore track.
The other three Incubus tracks all sound like just, like, jam band bullshit. I really, like, I can listen to them sometimes, but I'm glad that they weren't put into the game.
No. This one really, really works because it's like the dogfight song. It's the Ace Combat song of.
It's the Ace Combat song.
And like, can I just talk about that one fucking guitar run?
Yes. It's so good though.
The end of that portion of I guess it's like its own chorus. The song has two different choruses functionally. Mm-hmm. That end up like layering hooks together towards the end of the song. But I really like the drum hits that hit like the last two guitar notes on the run, and especially when they modulate it in such a way that it literally sounds like one of the Covenant sniper rifles.
That's extremely good.
It sounds like an energy burst. It's so good because you're going to be shooting fucking like fuel rods out of your Banshee the whole time. It'll literally slot right into the sounds you're making.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just so perfectly implemented too, because they could have put this, theoretically could have put this anywhere in the game, and I think the fact that they chose to do it on the Arbiter mission where you're flying the Banshees around is just like, perfect, great spot. They're just like,
it's just so good. It's like this is the part where the game says this is a game from 2004.
Yeah, it's announcing itself for you.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like it does that more when there's literally Breaking Benjamin playing. But
yeah. I mean, it has to ease you into it.
Yeah, but like that level in particular, like I want to talk about that level a bit. Mm-hmm. Just like, first of all, it just throws you into the Arbiter.
Yeah,
you really get no warning that this is about to happen. And I know this threw a lot of people off, but I was just like, oh, this is fucking sick, dude. Especially you start with a sword.
You start with the fucking sword.
And this is the first time in the franchise that you are able to hold the energy sword.
Yeah. The thing I completely
you
forgot about and didn't know or realize is how fucking useful the energy sword is against the Flood.
Because it takes like 3 notches per hit.
Not only do you get to use the energy sword, but it's a viable weapon for the whole level that you could basically always want to have the energy sword because you're not going to run out. There's Flood who drop the energy sword.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is not only is Bungie saying, you get to use the energy sword. They're saying you get to use the energy sword a lot.
Yeah.
I love it also because when you're out of energy sword, like when the energy part is gone,
punch.
You can just hit them with the hilt and it works.
So
it does work. They just said, hey, every day is Sunday now.
Yeah. They really said it's Sunday. And then the other thing I really like about this level is how it works just like story-wise, because you're going into this whole thing like you're basically going to hunt down enemies of the state.
I know.
Right? And then you have the historical context of the first game to know that everything that guy says is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you kill him.
And then at the end, after you kill the guy who's right, then then what's his name? Tartarus?
Tartarus shows up.
He shows up and basically says, okay, you're not in I'm final boss now.
I'm the captain now.
I'm
He
your
does say
captain,
that he's the
haha.
captain now. And yeah, like the struggle between the brutes and the elites in the game was just like a really like a fun power struggle thing that I'm really sad that they've like
Forgotten.
consistent. Well,
Right.
they haven't forgotten it. They just keep writing ways that the elites are evil again so that you can fight them in the game. And like I know the other games will get into like the schisms of their politics a little bit, but I think it's just like it really is just like them saying, "Oh yeah, this no, not anymore."
I will say one thing, which is I love the brute and elite like schism. I love the civil war that kind of breaks out in High Charity.
God, that part's so cool.
And you kind of can hang back and just let them fight each other and then pick off the survivors. Brutes in Halo 2 are no fun to fight.
They are the
awful.
bastards of my life.
They suck. They don't react to being shot at all.
They especially when they're in berserker mode, and it takes more than one energy sword strike to kill them.
Like you can shoot them in the head like 3 times with the carbine and they'll die. But if you use like the plasma rifles, which I was dual wielding plasma rifles for like half the game, it absolutely does nothing.
It's miserable.
Most
The
guns
brute plasma rifles do a little better.
Yeah.
But even then, not much.
It really soured the second half of the game for me when they just said, what if there was all the enemies that we're fighting are no fun to fight? Because I love fighting elites. Like, they're so cool. There's a lot of strategies to get their shields down, and then you can take them out. And then the brutes are just like, fuck that. What if we just have too much health?
Yeah, like maybe my most hated part of Halo 2 is maybe the beginning of Gravemind, where it's like, hey, guess what? You're in a room.
Well, you have to fight
like
20 brutes.
Yeah,
in a room.
have fun, kid.
Brute room.
Yeah, I guess they really just you're only fighting brutes and I think jackals in the last
brutes
level?
and jackals for the last like 2 to 3
I
levels.
really do. I have the voice line from Halfjaw in my head consistently. The brutes have heard our cry. They will fight by our side.
Yeah.
Or the hunters.
Hunters, yeah.
Yeah, that part is okay.
Oh my god, fighting with the hunters! Like I love my big worm friends.
And you can
They
let
are
them
just
out of jail.
worms.
You can break 2 out of jail and they'll fight with you. That rules.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a cool level.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I do, and as annoying as the brutes are to fight, fighting the jackals is fun. Just because like getting that tiny little, getting the tiny little sliver at the like little divot in their shield is like,
yeah, I've got you.
The thing that's not fun is when you're playing Halo 2 on Legendary and their sniper shots can kill you in one hit, so you have to memorize where all the snipers are.
I never fuck around with Legendary. I'm not. I don't do that.
I don't anymore, but when I was younger, I would.
when you had something to prove.
Exactly. Yeah. And now I'm just like, I want to have fun. I want to be able to just bowl these motherfuckers over.
Exactly.
All right. I think this is my next slapper, and it also technically means it's my final slapper.
It is your final slapper. Make it a good one.
And it's one that I think you're going to be excited about.
Ooh.
Which is Peril.
Peril's so fucking good.
We love pizzicato on the strings. Love that. Love once again the very powerful, very emphasized bass line at the bottom. So good. This is another moment where I'm like, well, it's Delta Halo and it's Great Journey, and it's just you kind of. It's not like everything's popping off yet, but you're just having a little fight, kind of self-contained. Yeah. It's just a great song. It's another one of those like ubiquitous Halo 2 songs that I always think of Peril when I think of the Halo 2 soundtrack.
Yeah, like I feel like most of the like a lot of the really really memorable tracks for me are ones on Delta Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great level though.
It's like elevator music but good.
It is. It's like I like it because the song Peril is not that perilous.
Right. It's very relaxing almost.
Yeah, it's like elevator music, or it's like
Well, I mean, I feel like it implies like a movement.
Yeah.
Like it very much like it's very like it makes sense to be playing while you're moving across the level.
Yes.
It evokes exploration.
That I think that works for me. I also feel like it works as kind of like sneaking music. But not. I mean, Master Chief doesn't sneak. He doesn't stealth.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen.
His ass is
but
too
it's
fat
kind
to
of
do
like
that.
you're. It's because the suit is constantly jacking him off, and you can always hear it no matter where he goes.
That is happening.
Yeah,
I mean that's
happening
what
the whole time.
that's the percussion on any song. It's just implied. It's diegetic music.
The reason that he doesn't want to leave Cortana behind on High Charity is because then who's going to jack him off the whole time?
Right. The suit doesn't do it itself. She controls the suit.
AI controls the motion. But I feel like it's kind of, catching the enemy by surprise. I feel like when you're it plays on The Great Journey. I don't know, it just works as like, this is music. It's not the big charge.
Right.
Like a lot of the other songs are. It's like one person just kind of coming
Heretic
in.
Hero and Earth City are also both on The Great Journey, so...
Yeah.
Those are the charge songs.
What a good level.
Oh, it's so good. This game's good.
This game's... Want to know something I learned about Halo 2 on my quick playthrough is that you can really get a ghost into a lot of places that they didn't want
you
to
sure
get a
fucking
ghost.
can.
I think while they're developing it, they're like, okay, we realize people are going to do this, but like it would be better to leave it in.
Yeah, it's preferred.
Oh, absolutely.
It's kind of like assist mode in Celeste. You get a message that's like, we would prefer it if you left the ghost outside. However, we are trying to create an accessible experience that players can enjoy in their own way. Therefore, we will allow you, if you so desire, to bring a ghost inside of any building that you want.
Yeah, and that's why that when you reach the summit in Celeste, you get an energy sword from Madeline.
I want to know if you can get the ghost into the underwater elevator. I don't think you can.
Oh god, that's like, I feel like that's instant
I think if you get it in the elevator, it literally just like it'll clip through the ceiling when you go down.
That's the Halo version of Noam Chomsky from Half-Life. Yeah. When I was in that fucking elevator, by the way, you know how you got the two absolutely useless Marines?
Who just slack-jawed, like, zoned out the whole time.
One of them really proved how useless he was when he clipped through the top of the elevator and died. He said, watch this. And then he
check this out.
Check this shit out.
Can you do this on concrete?
Yeah, Peril plays as he clips through the top of the elevator and drowns. Okay, Max, your final slapper.
All right. My final slapper. I'm glad that like my top two haven't been taken because my final slapper is none other than Heavy Price Paid. It's the main theme. It's the sad piano.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's not just the main theme, but it also plays the opening, I think, Uprising, like when the brutes have been like killing all the elites, and you're like, oh, this isn't good. This is pretty. This is pretty
the
bad.
opening part of that level.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oops. Oh no. Whoa. It's just like this very like. It's just like this super, super somber track, and it's like, this isn't the kind of thing I'd like to hear in a pew pew laser shooty game.
Yeah, I have it in my notes as probably one of the ones that recalls the game most to me, like other than Earth City.
Mm-hmm. Is Halo 2, because this is a trilogy and they never made any more Halo games after Halo 3, is Halo 2 the dark middle chapter? Because I don't know, it doesn't really follow that structure.
I think it did the most a lot of the most interesting things in the franchise. Mm-hmm. Like they really went ambitious with this one.
Yeah.
Like I like Halo 3 plenty, but a lot of its ambitions are clearly scaled back because they actually like seem to have made that one without having to ludicrously crunch all the developers.
Right.
Yeah. I think just in terms of like letting you play as a person within the Covenant is like that does some good heavy lifting.
Yeah, and then Halo 3 relegates him to the co-op player.
It makes me so fucking mad that you don't get to play as the Arbiter doesn't have levels in, because you know the scene in Halo 3 where the elites and the Marines they swap weapons.
Yeah.
I was just fucking thinking about that, like how cool it would be if there was an Arbiter level, but you started and you had a fucking assault rifle and the Halo pistol
that'd be
or
so
something.
sick.
God. Now I'm just thinking of the start of Halo 3 when the Arbiter shows up and the Chief like points a gun at him, and then Sergeant Johnson's like, nah, he's with me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
When Master Chief is just like, Master Chief's fully dead in the ground for like 5 hours while they're trying to revive him.
Speaking of Arbiter with human weapons, I will say one of the funnier parts in that game is getting to play as the Arbiter and like the mental image of the Arbiter just with a shotgun.
It's so
like,
good.
That's just very funny, and because you gotta use the shotgun against the zombies.
Well, yeah, the shotgun is by far the best fled weapon.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, easily. It's just shotgun energy swords.
And then, of course, you can climb in a scorpion, and then 6 pedals, 4 directions. Do you get it? Red versus blue. We got you.
It is kind of like red versus blue to me.
It's kind of a funny reference, like the password Easter egg in Halo 3 that you know.
There's a lot of Easter eggs to the fan community in Halo, though. Like that's always been a thing Bungie's been super into.
Yeah.
I mean, they also have like a sound Easter egg that's in most of the Halo games.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That song.
The Siege of Madrigal, which is an old song from Marathon.
From Marathon.
It's at the end of the Halo 1 soundtrack. Even it plays like after the Halo theme like fades out. There's like 15 seconds, then it plays it.
Classic secret song.
Yeah, classic secret
Hidden
song. And
track.
then also, I'm pretty. Like, it doesn't say it anywhere, but I'm pretty sure like the Siege of Madrigal's melody is used in one of the slow songs. I don't remember which one.
Which how do you get Siege of Madrigal to play in Halo 2?
It's written somewhere. Like it literally, there's just a way to get it to play in every Halo game that he was a part of.
Can we talk about another Halo crime that happened when you played the Master Chief Edition?
Yeah.
Which was, I sat down on my computer, I was so excited, I was like, Halo 2, I haven't played this game, I think since I played it the first time on the Xbox, this is gonna be awesome. Sit down, and the first cutscene is this bullshit self-insert garbage with Spartan Locke, who gives a shit about that? I want to play Halo 2. Let me play the video game 3 for 3.
I get so fucking mad thinking about how, like, there's, like, an escalation of Spartans in the Halo series, right? Because, like, Master Chief is the Spartan 2s. You later find out that there's Spartan 1s that existed prior.
They didn't have the suit jack-off function.
Yeah,
They did
that's
not
why
have
they,
the
that's
suit
why they
jack them
died.
off. They didn't even get suits.
And then the Spartan suit, Spartan 3 suit edges them.
Yeah. See, like, the Spartan 3s were, like, introduced in the novels and then, like, backported into Reach, and that already annoyed me. And then now, like, the Spartan 4s are implied to be, in Halo 4, something that happens while, like, the Chief is gone, right? Like, that's, like, the whole thing is, like, once the Chief has gone missing, they're like, well, but now we're going to have people volunteer for the Spartan program.
Now we need
it's
to
going
do
to be a
more
little bit less fucked up. And then, of
It's
course,
their
they
choice.
backport it. They backported it in Halo 2 instead.
Why did they do that?
Because, I mean, like, even timeline-wise, like, ODST takes place at, like, the same time as Halo 3. Like, maybe, like, a little bit after parts of it. And one of, like, the lead characters in that, played by Nathan Fillion, his name I do not remember.
Nathan Fillion, who is in everything. Is that Dutch? No. Is that from another game? I feel like there was a Dutch at some point.
He's also in Halo 5 as a Spartan 4 because he
different
signs
character?
up for
Or same character?
Same character. He's an ODST and then he signs up to be a Spartan 4 because the Spartan 4 is like a voluntary program for adults. And then, now having that, like, Spartan 4 stuff pushed back into Halo 2, it's like they constantly want to rewrite their own canon for some reason, and I don't like it.
I really like the idea that they had to make the Spartan program unproblematic. They were like, what if we had Spartans that weren't created by child kidnapping?
It started as a choice, then it was kidnapped children, and then it was even more kidnapped children put on suicide missions, and then it was unproblematic again.
They said it didn't work when the people were doing this willingly. So we that for better child soldiers, for better soldier functionality, we do need to kidnap them when they're little kids.
we tried our very best, but our best wasn't good enough.
We tried our best to put out, like, we put up the Twitch chat, the UNSC, like, Twitch server to try to get people to willingly sign up for the Spartan program.
Yeah.
And then, people kept talking about war crimes, so we just decided to do our own war crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, people kept talking about the insurrection in the chat. Which, like, it is propaganda that the Spartans were designed for use against the Covenant. The Spartan program predates the Covenant War.
I remember
by at least
that
6
in the
years.
books. There's the part in, what is it, in the Fall of Reach, where they go and they stop the rebellion on the ship. I remember that. I read that book when I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
Wow.
Long time ago.
Time, huh?
Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. Because the book happens, the Spartans are, like, already, like, doing their thing, and then the Covenant shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they really kind of goofed up their own canon, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do it. I mean, like it's understandable when it was just the novels because different people were writing them.
Yeah. And then they tried to like incorporate the extended universe into the.
Well, see, yeah, it honestly it worked better when they weren't trying to incorporate the novel chronology into the games. As much as I, like 14-year-old me, would hate to admit this, it worked better when they were their own thing. Like they would take from the games, but the games wouldn't take from them.
Right? Yeah, it's a one-way street.
But then, like the second they had Halo 5, they're just like, oh yeah, all the other Spartans are back, without ever explaining that they were there the whole time.
It's the fucking prequel Star Wars disease where they're like, well, you liked when there was one Spartan, but what if there was 100 Spartans and they were all indistinguishable from one another and they had a big fight?
The other
That would
Spartans
be
are
really cool.
are distinguishable from each other in the novels. They are not in Halo 5.
Yeah, no.
In Halo 5, they are the same character 4 times.
I appreciate honestly appreciate the design of Master Chief because of how ludicrous he looks. Like from a modern perspective, he's just this funny green robot. Like he's a robot.
He's just a big dude.
He's just a big green guy. He's like a funny army toy man.
I love that they canonically redesign his suit every game, and it's like canonical that he's getting new armor each of these times.
Yeah, the fact that you start the game out. You start the game out in Halo 2 and the guy's like, all right, you don't have a health bar anymore. Check this out. It's got regenerating health.
Yeah. And then
That's
in Halo Infinite, he gets like an improved dick plate, so it jacks him off better.
It jacks him off even faster.
It's like going back to what you were saying. It's not just Star Wars prequel disease. It's also Marvel disease, where like everything has to like be an Easter egg and tie into every other part of the media property. So it's like for
I mean, that's why they put Halsey in Halo Reach, right? They were just like, oh, this is a character that people know from the book, so what if we put her in the game and then everyone will nod and say, I know her?
Yeah, and that is also my main thing, that this is not a 343 problem, it's also a Bungie problem before Bungie stopped working on Halo, because like the things I'm most mad about their weird canon contradictions are mostly in that game.
It's really funny that because I was way more into Halo when Halo Reach came out. So I got the like extra big boy pre-order that came
I never
in the big
owned
box.
it. I only ever played it at friends' places.
And the big like I know Stuart Ashen calls them feelies, and I think that's a good way to describe them, as like the kind of in-game props that you get in the pre-order bonuses. That one was Halsey's diary. Like you can read this horrible, like the horrible like Halo freak doctor who tortured kids. And what if I wanted to have something that she wrote? Like, great.
No,
love
thank
that.
you.
And then like there's coffee stains on it, and like she has some notes scribbled in the margins.
God, in the books they constantly talk about how there's like half-empty coffee cups all over her office. Like, she's so wacky.
Oh, she's so wacky. She did horrible things to kids.
Don't talk to me before I've had my coffee.
Ah! Does anyone have
I mean, I guess I'll honorable mention this slapper then. I'm the only person who picked something from the second volume of the soundtrack.
Which is?
Leonidas, which is from the Delta
that
Halo
one is
suite.
A good song, though, is the thing.
It is the other one where, like, it's when the gondolas are going across. It's the one that's playing when you're going across on the gondolas. And you're, like, sniping at the other. And, like, it's such a good, just, like, the staccato violins over the top. But yeah, no, I just really like the way the violins play on that one, and it's just so... It's so evocative of the open feeling of that part of the level, because like it's like infinite scroll in both directions. Like you're just over like basically an ocean.
It's Halo
as
Infinite
this gondola
Scroll.
is pushing you towards the island.
Leonidas was in my original 2 slapper list in one of the 50,000 iterations of this list of 4 that I had to create.
Yeah,
it's a good. It's
I
really
have a
good.
whole bunch of things written. Yeah, I have a lot of things written down for honorable slaps.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that no one picked Mausoleum Suite just in general.
I was trying my best to not pick any suites because we have to edit these into the podcast, and I can't represent an entire orchestral suite.
Well, if I were to pick one part of Mausoleum Suite, it would be Destroyer's Invocation.
Okay.
Because it literally has the Gravemind talking over it.
It has the Gravemind
Yeah,
talking
it's like,
backwards.
that's the one where you play it in reverse, right?
You can play it in reverse, yeah. I don't remember what
this
it says
is
off the dome, but...
when I heard the Gravemind thing, I only found out about that from you. And first of all, it's really cool. And second of all, when I went online to listen to it backwards, all these Halo fans were like, well, actually, it's not the Gravemind.
Yeah. It's mendicant bias. Ah.
Yeah. I was like, okay, whatever. sure. I'm sure they had that stuff planned out when they wrote this song.
The lore Bible.
I'm sure that O'Donnell and Salvatore had read the Halo Bible when they wrote the Halo 2 soundtrack.
Hey, remember how the Gravemind is voiced by the guy who does all the animal voices in Avatar: The Last Airbender?
It's D. Bradley Baker, right?
It's D. Bradley
It's D.
Baker.
Bradley Baker, baby.
He does every voice for every cartoon character ever, basically.
I know, but it's just he's so particularly good at animal
You know
voices.
what's really funny is I couldn't remember if the Grapevine was D. Bradley Baker or if it was Charles Martinet, because I know he plays Parthenax in Skyrim.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he must be... If it was Mario...
Oh my god.
If it was Mario, that would blow my goddamn
That would be
mind.
so good.
I'll say one thing. I don't agree with the expanded graphics or the fancy schmancy cutscenes, but the Grapevine cutscene, I saw it on YouTube one time, the like new one, it's pretty fucking sick.
It's pretty cool.
It's very slimy.
The original Gravemind works mostly by omission.
Yes, because you don't
Because
see a
they
lot.
just they shade most of them off the screen.
It's like the original Sarlacc, where it's just like a big
Yeah.
hole. It's
Yeah.
just like what you don't see.
You don't know what's in that
You don't
big
see
hole.
the rest of it, so like that's terrifying. And then the fucking Prophet of Regret comes out. Ooh. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
Icky.
Grody.
Icky.
Don't like it. My honorable mention, my 4th out of 4 slappers is In Amber Clad.
Nice.
This is the sniping mission song.
Yeah,
that plays when you
it's
fight
good.
a million jackals.
I had this on my list initially because it's like just because it was one of the first ones that I could just recall the name of off the dome.
It's a good like the Halo
But
series has
I
awesome.
find the guitars a bit too corny now.
Yeah, it's a little goofy, but I like the fusion of the like contemporary, rock orchestra with the orchestra. I find that appealing.
It also probably has one of the stronger bass lines in the game.
It does. It has a great
And
bass
there's a lot
line.
of strong bass lines in the game.
The only thing I don't really like about it is, I mean, just by nature of where it is in the game, it's very short and it just kind of ends.
Yeah.
At least as a self-contained track. Also, can we talk about how cool the Halo ship names are? In Amber Clad, Pillar of Autumn, Forward Unto Dawn.
It's like a bad military industrial complex, but like, wow, cool ship names.
Wow, cool spaceship.
Oh, those are just like the fucking UNSC ship names. Let's get into fucking Unyielding Hierophant.
Yeah, what the fuck, Covenant?
Pretty good.
Do you know, speaking of, since, we're having a conversation about video games and music on this podcast, one of the things that I don't like about Halo, and I know that it's by nature of, like, I guess the ideas that they're supposed to have, like, a translator, like on Star Trek for the Covenant, so you can kind of understand them, right?
Right.
So what really fucks me up is, the aliens have cool names, like the Sangeli are the elites, right?
Yeah.
But whenever they talk about them in the Arbiter cutscenes, they say them as like, and the grunts, the grunt
Yeah,
rebellion.
they never say the actual species.
They did change that in Halo 4. They started using the in-universe names for the species, and I think it works a lot better.
It works a lot better. Like if I can imagine, Sergeant Johnson isn't gonna fucking call them the Sangeli, but I can, he'll call them an elite. But
on the other hand, they also do that. The
Yeah.
humans will use the Covenant names a lot in Halo
that's
4.
weird because that should be like the UNSC designation. Like we don't know what these things call themselves, so this is what we call them.
I mean, I think at a certain point it would be like, we don't care what they call
Yeah, we
themselves.
don't care
is
what
what
they call
Right.
them either. But the Covenant should call themselves what they are instead of what the humans call them. And I thought it was very lame.
The one spot where I'd be fine with them using the human name is the Prophets, because that's functionally what they are anyway.
Yeah, not the
Yeah.
Sanshum.
And that sounds cooler than the Sanshum.
Because they're the leaders and they're the prophets, and that's good. But like,
And same with the engineers, actually. But also,
I forget about the engineers.
Huragok is sick.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I mean, mine is the Jackals, the Kigyar.
The
That
Jackals-
sounds pretty cool.
yeah, that's
Kigyar
pretty
sounds
cool.
sick as hell.
What are the brutes called again?
The Jiralhane.
Jirahana,
Okay,
yeah.
that's too much. That's a lot. That's a lot of words.
They love putting the glottal stops in these names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Sangeli is. I like
And the grunts are the Ungoy.
The Ungoy, yeah.
That's fun. That's fun. The Sangeli. Remember when they did that Halo anime where the Sangeli were just like feudal Japanese samurai for some reason?
I mean, that is what they are drawing from for so
no,
much of their
it's-
inspiration for those characters.
I know, but it's cool. It was cool, and they had like the blood. They had the Kurosawa blood shower in that animation.
It's sick.
I remember
It's
that. It
sick.
is pretty
It's cool.
It is cool. I love the glimpses of like Covenant culture that you get in this story. And honestly, it's one of those things where I feel like having the expanded universe, much like Star Wars, kind of takes away some of the mystery to it. When the prophet says, I mean, I don't know if anyone's like written a book about this, but when the prophet says the Grunt Rebellion, I just am like, I need to know everything about the Grunt
what did
Rebellion.
they do?
I want to know
What did they
absolutely
do?
everything about the Grunt Rebellion.
Did they? And like, it was so bad that they needed the Arbiter to put a stop to it. Like, it was not. It was like, I need to know what happened.
Do you ever read that? I don't remember what it's called, but there's this short story where there's a guy just being like attacked by ants.
No.
Oh,
And he
God,
like
that sounds
continually
horrible.
has to like put like oil on top of the water and lit it on fire, and no matter what he would do, there was still more ants coming. That's how I imagine the Grunt
I
Rebellion.
mean, all you have to do to stop the grunts from rebelling is bring one elite in and then have the elite killed, and then they'll all just run away. So
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, that's pretty easy.
Did you see that in the Halo Infinite gameplay, brutes can now throw grunts at you?
I didn't
pretty
watch that,
cool.
but I like to think that's like the big moblins throwing the bokoblins in Breath of the Wild, which is
It's so
probably what
fucking
they
good.
ripped that off of.
It's probably what they ripped it off of, but also like the grunts would run at you
They
with
would
plasma grenades in their
absolutely.
hands.
Yes.
Instead of that, they activate the plasma grenades and then the brute throws them at you.
Brute
oh my god, that's
trebuchet.
awesome.
It's so fucking sick. So many people like glossed over it because it just kind of happens during gameplay and they didn't really draw attention to it. But it was so good.
Very, very plot accurate.
I don't really have any confidence that the story of Halo Infinite is going to be any good.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
But
It'll
I'm
be
going to
fine.
have fun playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time I played a Halo game was I said, I'm not buying Halo 4, but I'll borrow it from a friend. And it was like, I'm a campaign boy. I don't really
Same.
care about the multiplayer. So when that game is over in like 5 hours and it's like,
Yeah, and like the most
very-
like the final boss battle is a fucking QuickTime event.
Yeah,
God.
it's great. We love it.
Yeah. Max, do you have any other honorable mentions?
I got two. One of them is a little track called Reclaimer, which is a remix of Unyielding, which is weird because Reclaimer comes first in the game. But it's like it's like one of the where it's like a remix almost exactly the same of like the main Halo theme, but Reclaimer has like one of the absolute sickest guitar solos over the entirety of the track.
That's the thing about Halo is that there's probably 100 different versions of the Halo, at least the chords.
Yeah.
Now, Max, I'm gonna have to disagree with you
okay. You like
because I
Unyielding
literally
more.
wrote in my notes, Reclaimer is just Unyielding but worse.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. I almost put Unyielding was another one that I almost had in my top 2, but then I was just thinking about like, well, Unyielding is just the Halo theme, but like it's just got some different stuff going on, and it doesn't have the like melodies, so it doesn't really even have that going for it. I mean, it's good, but it's just like there's better songs in the game to me. Just my opinion.
I think part of the reason why I like it so much is like, I mean, I'm a sucker for a good guitar solo, but it's also
Yes.
like the level Quarantine. That level like kicks my ass every time I play it because like the checkpointing in that one specifically is just like so
It's rude.
It's so
it's awful.
bad.
It's awful.
So it's like at least I can hear a cool guitar solo while I'm dying at the same exact point,
100
and like
times.
over the span of an entire hour.
Yeah.
What's your other honorable mention?
My other honorable mention is Epilogue, which is it's very similar to the main theme of it. It's like the starting like the first part of the credits music. But the main reason I wanted to mention it is you hear this like sort of bluesy guitar go over the strings of it, and I looked it up, and John Mayer is the one playing guitar during the
What?
credits of Halo 2.
What?
Excuse me?
It's
Excuse
Jonathan
me?
Mayer, the musician.
Jonathan, the mayor of John?
Hmm.
John parentheses mayor?
I'm fucking Googling furiously right now.
No way.
Okay, here I'm gonna read this verbatim from the wiki. Epilogue, minute 03, begins with 2 reprises of the opening string melody of Impend, but itself a reorchestration of the ending to Brothers in Arms. The second reprise features an electric guitar part played by American musician John Mayer, but his involvement was kept a secret by Martin O'Donnell until a 2014
What?
documentary remaking the legend. According to O'Donnell, there was no contractual agreement between the parties, and neither Microsoft nor Mayer's agents were aware of his contribution. Mayer wanted to keep it a secret so he could tell his friends he was featured in the game.
What? What? Hey, check this out, guys. I got John Mayer and nobody knows.
John Mayer's trick?
John Mayer's trick? I had no fucking idea.
John Mayer wanted to tell his friends he was in Halo, but
Yeah.
And
Halo
then made it so he's explicitly not allowed to be in the credits.
That fucking rules. John
That's so
Mayer's
fucking
secret
funny.
Halo trick. I love that.
It's
That's
so
so good. Oh my god. He really is the mayor.
He's the mayor.
He's the funny Homestuck John Mayer. Okay, final. Let's go through our picks again so we can figure out how we're gonna fucking pick the best song in Halo. Because we have 3 people, which means like 30% or however the math works, more possible dissent between us.
Yeah.
So let's just go through. We've got Earth City Follow. I got The Last Spartan and Peril because Max did Heretic Hero and
Heavy Price Paid.
And Heavy Price Paid. Okay, so the first round of this is that we're gonna count. I'm gonna count to 3, and then we're gonna say which one's our top pick, and then we're gonna yell at each other because there's absolutely no way that there's gonna be any agreement on this. So we're in uncharted waters because Max and I picked the same song last week. Yeah. All right, here we go. Got it. Everyone have your pick?
Yep.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Heretic Hero. Okay. All right. Okay. Well. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm willing to concede to Heretic Hero.
I'm also willing to concede. We all picked Heretic Hero.
Yeah.
I'm willing to concede Heretic Hero is the best, coolest song in Halo. It's, you know what it is? It's fucking lo-fi beats to Halo 2.
Lo-fi beats to Teabag Your Friends 2.
It's lo-fi beats to Teabag and Halo 2.
Lo-fi beats to Explode Grunt Skulls 2.
Yeah.
Lo-fi beats to All Skulls On 2.
Lo-fi beats to Energy Sword Flood 2.
It is.
Lo-fi beats to Energy Sword Sunday.
Okay.
Lo-fi beats to Energy Sunday. Sure.
Yeah.
So are we in agreement, Heretic Hero?
I can go with that.
That was not as hard as I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to have a little bit of arguing. Now.
I mean,
I briefly considered arguing my point, but then I remembered that I did very much have Heretic Hero on my list. And that we, in fact, all did.
We all had. It was my number 2. And if no one else is going to go to bat for The Last Spartan, which I'm going to say that if we pick Heretic Hero over The Last Spartan, I think The Last Spartan is a better pick for what is the best song in Halo 2 because it's just the most Halo 2 song in Halo 2.
Yeah, it is the Halo 2 song.
It is the Halo 2 song. But the fact that none of us picked Mjolnir Mix makes me happy. That means we all have taste.
Yeah,
I was.
It's way too obvious. It's the normie. It's the normie choice.
That's like when we picked Halo. When we did Zelda, and I was like, oh, the Great Sea, and then I was gonna be like, oh, and then we're gonna do Halo 2, and we're gonna pick Mjolnir Mix, and I'm just gonna be like, is there a point to this podcast anymore?
Yeah, no.
So picking Heretic Hero makes me very, very happy. I'm happy with that pick.
Yeah, it's a nice, tasteful medium.
That's a very good pick. I think it's not the one that everyone would think it was. Like, no one is like, what, the best song in Halo 2 is the one with the theme. It's the theme song.
Yeah, it's like, no.
I have so many more notes on other songs that I just like, because I was just, like, looking at the soundtrack the whole time.
Yeah, it's
such a good
Ancient
soundtrack.
Ancient Machine?
Ancient Machine.
I don't really like to hear it outside the context of the game, but that's probably one of the most atmospheric songs in the whole game, because it's just, like, weird electronic noises and pulses.
The fun thing about Heretic Hero is that you really gotta listen to it outside the game, because if you're shooting people and grunts are going, we're gonna die, and then there's things going off, and it's just like,
and you're like, do 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 do.
Yeah, it's like, that's why the
it's only in
Incubus song
cutscenes.
works. So yeah, exactly. Yeah. I guess that's Peril that also has that with the fucking shooting people, and it's the quiet music and everything is just popping off.
Yeah.
Peril is like the same functional song as Covenant Dance from the first game, which is like it's like such a low key like synth bass line. Mm-hmm. That's the one that goes like do 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 do, and it's like it's so understated for what it is, which is like you bursting your way through these like hallways of enemies. Although that song also does have like really, really intense like timpanis on it.
Yes. The thing about Covenant Dance is I like to imagine the title more than I like to hear the song.
It is a good one to think of.
Yeah.
I'm sure people have made videos of grunts dancing to Covenant Dance.
That's just the Halo Reach Easter egg.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. The Covenant dances.
It's the Covenant Dance. What if a brute was a DJ? I think it's time to move into our audience submission section of our podcast.
Nice.
This is something that Max and I had to figure out because we didn't really feel like asking you questions because everyone does that. So instead, if you have a question, or not a question, if you have your own slappers from the games that we're talking about, if you have your own tracks that you love and want us to talk about more or tell us your takes, and we'll deem them correct, send them to our Twitter at SlappersOnlyPod. I'll put up a post each week telling you what game we're talking about, and you can just drop your takes in the comments, and I'll tell you how correct you are. That's what we're not going to disagree with you. Let's be honest.
We'll always sanction your picks.
So we have what, 3? I think 3 or 4.
3.
3. One of them is from @catgirls Rise Up, which is a fun name. It says, not to be an anniversary defender. We'll absolve you of this for now.
Yes, we forgive you.
But Follow in Flight, the remaster Arbiter Banshee theme is so good to me. The original Incubus one whips too, though.
Confirmed.
As a whole, the classic soundtrack is so good. My fave there is probably Reclaimer.
I haven't actually heard the remastered version. I'm actually interested to hear a remastered version of that song.
Is it remastered? Is it a remastered version of
it's
the
a different song in it's like a different song in a similar spirit of it. It still works. See, the thing is, it still works for that part of the game. It's not the same, but it's like, okay, it's like if we were to redo this nowadays with a song that gives you like the same feeling, it does a good job of that, if that makes sense.
I'm assuming that they probably just couldn't get the like licensing or the
That
rights
is absolutely what happened, yeah.
But also, I'm thinking about when did the Master Chief version of Halo 2 come out? Was it last year?
No.
Was it the year before?
No,
was
it was 2014.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ, these games have been happening a lot longer than I thought they were.
Yep.
You know, I was thinking one of the Halo Reach came out I think a year ago.
I'm looking at the soundtrack listing on YouTube right now. Halo theme Gungnir mix featuring Steve Vai.
What I was gonna say is, if you're playing Halo 2 Master Chief edition in 2014 and an Incubus song comes on, you might die.
That would end your life, like unequivocally.
You would probably vaporize. I found a copy of Project 8 in a bag.
Oof.
Tony Hawk's Project 8 for the Xbox.
Jordan, don't do it.
I popped it in. I popped it in, and the first thing I heard was "Woman."
Oh.
Delightful. And I did turn to dust, so
yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. Here's one from friend of the show, Weed Lord Vegeta, who offers 2 takes, and we'll say both of them are correct. First one says Ghosts of Reach is low key the most iconic track in the series. Oh, at Weed Lord Vegeta, by the way. I don't know if I specified that. Ghosts of Reach is low key the most iconic track in the series, but I'll need to review the album today for more opinions, and then upon review, okay, I've gone through the album and it has helped me form a more cohesive thesis. The strength of the Halo scores has always been in the quiet moments, understanding that the top of the crescendo can always be carried by gameplay, and to focus on the build at the moment instead. Peril, Ghosts of Reach, and In Amberclad are absolutely the glue holding together this album. Haha, funny breaking Benjamin and Incubus only fit in the whole because tracks like those create space for the bombast. I think that's an interesting opinion, because when you think of the Halo theme, you think of the quiet, like, choir moments more than I think.
Yeah, like Ghost of Reach is the one that plays over the menu, right?
Yes, I believe so.
And I think it plays over multiple games' menus, or at least the motifs of it are present in other menus. Mm-hmm. So, like, that's the thing. That is the sound to me of setting up a multiplayer match.
Yeah,
like that is what Ghosts of Reach is to me.
Or like loading, yeah,
right.
That's fun to think. I mean, we are all the when you have a bunch of funny Spartans, those are kind of the Ghosts of Reach if you think about it.
Oh, I'm thinking about it.
I like that opinion. The moments where you're having the big climax you're focusing a lot on the intense gameplay over the quiet moments. You know what, Weed Lord, I sanction your take correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
And our final question from Strawberry says, "Oh, thank you, Thomas. Oh, Mausoleum Suite is a classic. I remember seeing a YouTube video where they played it sped up and backwards to show the secret message, and it blew my little mind. You also gotta love Blow Me Away by Breaking Benjamin. The most aggressively 2004 song of all time."
Yeah. Didn't know about the second part of that, but
I gotta say, I mean, like, the part of the game in which it's used, one, doesn't feature the vocals, which I think is crucial to making it work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that you do not have to hear the vocals.
It would totally take you out of it.
It's in one room where, like, all the most powerful enemies in the entire game are all fighting each other, and you have to get through it and survive.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very intense moment of the game that really calls for, like, the amount of noise coming out of it. And that's why I always thought it really worked.
It would be really weird if that part had vocals, though. Like,
oh my god, yeah.
I'm of a mind, and one day I'm going to hold the gun to Max's head, and we're gonna talk about Metal Gear Rising, whether he likes it or not.
I will like it.
I'm a person who says that there is a time and place to put lyrics in your music
At the
in
climax.
a video game. At the yeah, but also it depends on the game, and it depends on the energy you're trying to create. And Halo and not having lyrics, I'm okay with. There is actually, besides like the choral notes, there is Did you notice in Amberclad has like some very quiet like vocal something or others happening in the background, and I have no idea what they are, but they're more sounds than they are like lyrics. But there's just some vocal notes that happen that are very cool.
Are they synths? Because I think it really sounds like synths on that track. But I know that they have hired orchestras and choruses.
Yeah.
They're not like choral oohs and ahs. It's like a guy saying or singing something. I swear it really sounds.
Because
like
I
it.
mean,
But it
a
could be
lot
wrong.
of the synth samples that they use in the soundtrack like almost sound like other instruments or voices. It's like hard for me to tell sometimes. Yeah.
I'm pretty bad at figuring out. I mean, besides choir notes, I'm bad at figuring out when an orchestra is a synth or not. I mean, it's very clear when it's not, but sometimes, or when it is, but then sometimes I'm like, is this just a real orchestra playing quietly, or is this synth violins and stuff?
Or or did they just put it through like a heavy compressor?
Yeah, and
Which is
nowadays,
often
like
the case.
Nowadays, technology's gotten really good, so it's really hard to tell sometimes.
I think for Halo 2 in particular, like in the game, sometimes you can't hear some of the effects that are obvious on the soundtrack. Like Perils come up a couple of times. The echo on the staccato strings, I honestly could not perceive that in game ever.
No,
and I always thought it always sounded really weird to me when I listened to it on the soundtrack until I got used to the soundtrack version. Because like obviously like at that point they were compressing the hell out of their game soundtracks.
Yeah.
Like you weren't putting full quality files in there because you were restricted to like, I mean, these were on DVDs.
Yeah,
Like DVDs only fit like a couple of gigabytes at most.
Yeah, and also playing it on the Master Chief Collection, when you play the old version of the games, the audio mixing is pretty not great.
It's
like,
terrible.
The actual soundtracks get so quiet and drowned out, and you can like barely hear what's going on.
And there's like, and then I checked like the options. I don't even know if you have an option to turn the music volume up more. I think
You
it's
might
either
in the new version, but
it might. Yeah.
anyway, I wanted to point something out.
Yeah, of course.
Breaking Benjamin's "Blow Me Away."
Uh-huh.
When drummer Jeremy Hummel filed a federal wrongful termination lawsuit against the band, he contended that he co-wrote the song. In March 2010, it was announced that Hollywood Records was seeking the band's permission to produce a remix with additional vocals. In May 2011, while the band was on hiatus due to Burnley's health issues, that's the singer, guitarist Aaron Fink and bassist Mark Klepaski gave the label permission to remix the song after being offered money, and Burnley fired both of them 2 days later. Literally, this destroyed Breaking Benjamin.
Halo 2 destroyed
It
Breaking
completely
Benjamin.
destroyed the band.
One of the funniest like Halo 2 facts that I've
so
ever heard
fucking funny.
since I learned that John Mayer was secretly in Halo.
Yeah, like not only did Halo kill like so many other up and coming first person shooters of the era, it also broke Benjamin.
It broke Benjamin.
This is the game that broke Benjamin. Someone put him back together. What if Breaking Benjamin has a one-time reunion at like
for
the
Infinite?
Halo? Yeah, like the Halo Infinite launch event, and they play
God.
Blow
At the Game
Me Away,
Awards?
and they all start fighting.
Yes.
It would be the exact same energy as when Eminem played "Lose Yourself" at the Grammys, like a full 14 years
Christ.
after that song came out. In fact,
yeah.
it would be almost the exact same length of time from when it was critically relevant to when it became
Yeah.
performed.
It was the drummer who was wrongfully terminated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Then they can just have DJ Revy drums do it.
Okay,
and then
yeah,
that'll
perfect.
be
There we
fun.
go.
Yeah, and he'll
There
do
you
it
go,
on
yeah.
a pair of the Wii Music drums.
I was gonna
and
say
it'll
yeah,
be
he'll do
really
Wii music.
Hell yes.
God.
Hell yes.
I think that our time with Halo 2 has come to a close. Matt, I'm sure one day you will probably have some sort of Yell About Halo podcast, and you can invite
God,
both
yes.
of us on.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about how
I've been
good.
trying to convince both. I've been trying to convince Thomas to do one with me, one of the ones who sent us questions, and then Dan Weedlord Vegeta said that he has one on like the back burner that he's considering starting. So if he starts it, I'll just go on his.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll come on and we'll talk about how ODST has a very underrated soundtrack, I'm sure.
Yes.
Hell yes.
Because that's my take. But it's now time for me to announce the next game
Hell
for
yes.
our adventure.
I've been thinking about this all week. I'm so excited.
For some fucking reason, Max insisted that we do a 1-2-3 structure, even though Wind Waker is not a first game in a series.
It's
I'm not going to hear this.
it's because Phantom Hourglass is sequel to Wind Waker, making Wind Waker Phantom Hourglass 1.
It's not called Wind Waker 2. Therefore,
I
it
think
doesn't
that if
count.
you say the phrase "Wind Waker is Phantom Hourglass 1," Stephanie is gonna
Yeah,
jump
she's
through
gonna
the
like
computer and
she's
kill
gonna
you.
break into my house.
She's glaring at me right now.
Stephanie is gonna grudge you and pull you down a well or something.
Yeah.
She is looking so angrily at me right now.
It's Max's fault, Stephanie.
It's Max's
No, we're
fault.
teammates. You can't tell her that.
Yeah,
Well, this
no.
is you. First, you said Psychonauts looks bad, and then you say that Phantom Hourglass is Wind Waker 2, and I'm gonna go a little bit mad.
No, see, okay, Phantom Hourglass being Wind Waker 2 is less offensive. Wind
Yes,
Waker,
that's true. Being Phantom Hourglass, I can't even fucking
Then
say
Wind
it.
Waker being Phantom Hourglass 1. At least the other one has Wind Waker in the superior position here.
The Dom.
It's golf scores.
Okay, so you insisted that I do a 3-game.
Yeah, then we can drop the bit.
We're dropping the bit after this because I hate the bit. Anyways, what game am I doing for 3?
Half-Life 3.
Snake Eater.
Fuck. Yes.
Oh.
Metal Gear
mwah.
Solid 3 Snake Eater will be our next game discussed.
Fuck, yes.
What a
fuck,
good
yes,
pick,
fuck, yes.
Jordan.
I know. Do you know I wrote it down when you said we were doing Halo 2? I said, all right, well, then I'm doing Snake Eater as Metal Gear Solid 3, and then we're dropping the bit.
And we're dropping
Yeah.
the bit. Oh, Jordan,
Yes.
that's so
I mean, are
good.
there any 4 games that have like a notable soundtrack?
Persona 4?
Well, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I was thinking Persona 5 for the 5th one, so we could do both.
But we're not doing a 5th one. Anyway,
No, yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 3 composed by the one and only Harry Gregson Williams, who said that he was going to quit if they didn't do a game in a jungle. So they did a game in a jungle.
Harry's trick.
Perfect. Harry's trick.
Harry Strickland. Yep. Let's close this episode off. Thank you very, very much. We have to do like our fucking closing shit, shouldn't we?
Yeah, plugs and whatnot.
Matt, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at MattGCN, and you can find me behind the scenes fixing everyone's feeds and also trying to get the website to work at noisepace.xyz.
It's a good website.
Thanks.
Podcasts.
You can find me at twitter.com/BradipusRex, and you can find my 2 other podcasts that I do. You can find Jergin It, which is a Secret Life of the American Teenager, ruin our lives and make us very sad for 2.5 years, and then we read fanfiction and enjoy ourselves podcast, which I do with my brother Sam. You can find that at secretlifepod.com. You can find my Yakuza podcast that I do with Pot of Greed host Argyle. You can find that at yakuzapod.com. We've just finished Yakuza 0.
It was such a good episode.
By the around the time this episode is going up, the Yakuza Kiwami / Yakuza 1 for the PlayStation 2 episodes will be starting pretty soon. You can find that at yakuzapod.com. Max, where can we find you?
Max, you can find me on Twitter at MaxyBajillion, and you can find my other podcast, Pot of Greed, the world's #1 and only Yu-Gi-Oh podcast sponsored by Kaiba Corp, at Pot of Greed Cast on Twitter. I almost plug Slappers Only again because I'm used to doing that on Yu-Gi-Oh.
Just like listen to more Slappers Only, please.
Listen to our one other episode.
Yeah, Matt, thank you very much for coming on, and take us to the close, Max. What do we say at the end of every episode?
Ask not for whom the track slaps.
It slaps for thee.
Fuck yeah.